What if I told you that some of the most hyped smartphones of 2026 are actually bad deals? Phones that look premium, sound powerful, and dominate ads everywhere, but quietly take your money without giving real value in return. Before you upgrade or pre-order that next must-have device, watch this carefully because this video could save you hundreds of dollars. Smartphones in 2026 are more expensive than ever. Every brand promises smarter AI, pro-level cameras, and performance that claims to change your life. But the truth is simple. Not every phone deserves its price tag. Some phones are overpriced because of branding, some because of unnecessary features, and some because companies know people will still buy them no matter what. Today, we re-breaking the hype and exposing 5 phones that are overpriced in 2026. This is not brand hate. This is honest buyer advice for real people in the USA, the UK, and anywhere else where value actually matters. Let's start with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's powerful, polished, and beautifully built, but it's also one of the most overpriced smartphones of the year. Yes, the display is smooth and bright, the video quality is excellent, and performance is top tier. But when you look closer, the upgrades over the previous generation are surprisingly small. Daily tasks like social media, streaming, messaging, and even gaming feel almost identical to iPhones released 1 or 2 years ago. Battery life is good, but not game-changing, and charging speeds are still slower than many Android phones that cost far less. For most users, you're paying a huge premium mainly for the Apple logo, ecosystem convenience, and resale value. It's a great phone, but for the price, the value just isn't there. Next is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Foldable phones look futuristic and exciting, and Samsung is still the leader in this space. But the Fold 6 perfectly shows how cutting-edge tech can still be overpriced. The folding display is impressive at first, especially for multitasking and watching content. But once the novelty fades, you start noticing the compromises. The phone is extremely expensive, more fragile than normal phones, and many apps still aren't fully optimized for the large inner screen. The camera system is good, but not flagship level compared to traditional phones that cost much less. Battery life struggles because it has to power 2 displays, and repairs are painfully expensive. For most people, this phone doesn't improve daily life enough to justify its price. Then there's the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Google is famous for clean Android software and excellent photography. And this phone does deliver great photos, especially portraits and low-light shots. AI features like call screening and photo editing are genuinely useful. But when you look at the full package, the price feels too high. Performance still falls behind competitors, especially in gaming and long-term heavy use. Heat management can be inconsistent, battery life isn't always reliable, and charging speeds are slower than rivals in the same price range. At this level, buyers expect near perfection. And the Pixel 9 Pro XL still feels like it comes with compromises you shouldn't accept for the price. Another phone that struggles to justify its cost is the Sony Xperia 1 VEA. Sony targets creators and professionals with manual camera controls, cinematic displays, and niche features. The problem is that most users don't actually need or want this level of manual control. The camera often requires tweaking to get great results, while competitors deliver amazing photos instantly. Software support is shorter, battery life is average, and the overall experience feels less refined than other premium phones. Unless you're a dedicated Sony fan or a professional who specifically needs Sony's tools, this phone simply doesn't make sense for the average buyer. Finally, let's talk about the OnePlus 12 Pro. OnePlus built its reputation on offering flagship-level performance at a lower price. But in 2026, that identity is fading. The OnePlus 12 Pro is fast, smooth, and charges incredibly quickly. The display is beautiful, and everyday performance is excellent. But the problem is pricing. At its current cost, it competes directly with ultra-premium phones while offering fewer standout features. Camera quality can be inconsistent, and long-term software support still doesn't match Samsung or Apple. What once made OnePlus special was value, and without that advantage, the phone feels overpriced rather than exciting. Overpriced doesn't mean these phones are bad. All of them are powerful, capable, and well-built. But smart buyers don't ask only whether a phone is good. They ask whether it's worth the money, In 2026, mid-range and upper-mid phones are so strong that spending more often gives very little in return. Marketing hype, brand power, and exclusivity push prices higher, not real improvements to daily life. If this video helped you think differently about upgrading, make sure to like it because it really supports the channel. Let me know in the comments which phone you think is the most overpriced or if you completely disagree with this list. And if you want honest, no hype smartphone advice every week, subscribe to ATM Communicate in the next video. We'll talk about phones that are actually worth every dollar in 2026. So stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.